Welcome to Profiletraders. This is Reza and you're listening to my market analysis for March the 7th. So if we go back on our daily chart and take a brief look at what is going on, we now have in hand almost a 200 points rally. And this rally is purely the result of central banks from Japan to China to Europe, all panicked and aggressively pumping money into the markets. And this, to me, rather than being a positive, it is nothing but an act of desperation. Now, the latest ruse is no longer quantitative easing, but it is this masquerade of negative rates. But you cannot argue that so far they are doing a fantastic job of delaying the inevitable, because as I keep on repeating myself, the fundamentals are simply not here to support a sustained rally. It is a question of time before every single one of these central banks, if not already bankrupt, will go bankrupt, including ours. No time in history, any central banker or a group of central bankers have been able to keep the market going up continuously forever. You need to have pockets deeper than much more than the combined economies of all these central bankers together to be able to do that. So unfortunately, in my opinion, as fast as it has come up, once this scheme of central bank intervention will be finished with, as fast it will come back down. Now we are approaching, after having pierced through the first area of resistance, which was this line here, now we are dealing with the big trend line down. There could be another 20 to 30 points in it past 2000, but once it reaches there, it should definitely encounter significant level of resistance. Also be looking at this double doji kind of a day, and especially that this day is now inside the previous day, meaning that the range of today is completely contained inside the previous day's range. Therefore now, if at any given time we come down and break 1984, in my opinion, this whole 200 points hot air rally is going to start to reverse itself. If it wants to continue up, the very first thing that it needs to do, which has been again another failure today, is to close way above 2000. But neither Friday nor today we were able to bring in enough buyers to close it above 2000. But somehow Thursday we are going to have another round of stimulus, negative rates, QE, you name it, a cocktail of mumbo jumbo that will be released from the European Central Bank. So it is possible that they're going to continue to buy this thing into Thursday until the news is out and until we know what the Draghi of Europe will announce in terms of printing and injecting money into the market. But to do that, it needs to clear above 2000 first, and then if it really wants to continue higher, as I showed to you on the daily chart, watch out for 2025 to 2030 once it's going to touch the main trend line down. In terms of support, 1984 is main support. If that area breaks, in my opinion, we could start to see a significant pushback to the downside. As for crude, also the same thing. It's, in my opinion, way ahead of itself. It's all now speculation and nothing based on fact. Speculation that this massacre of price of oil recently has now discarded a whole bunch of drillers and frackers and little guys out of the market, and now there is speculation that supply has been shrinking and will shrink moving forward since these guys are now out of business. And that combined with possibly a output cut, which I do not believe will ever happen, because any output cut by the OPEC countries will be the first one broken by themselves, because they love to cheat. And number three, also a combination of aggressive forced short covering into the market has made this thing keep on going and going and going and going. But again, you need to be very careful. Anything that goes up parabolically, when it comes down parabolically. So now we are to be dealing with first the retest of this low here, right here, which was 38.20. We did touch it, almost rejected. Now if we can clear that, it's a possibility that market will go for a test of this area here of 40.5. But again, what goes up parabolically, especially not backed by fundamentals, will come back down as well parabolically. But for now, it is looking strong. It is looking to be in a short-term uptrend. Close of the day was at the very high of the day's range, which is a clear-cut victory for the buyers. Therefore now the only significant area of support is 37.10, and until we cannot break 37.10, we will either rotate up here or continue higher. And as I said, if it wants to really get nasty on the upside, we could definitely see 40.5. At which point, in my opinion, I'm gonna sell my house and start to aggressively short from that area on. Because once we are going to reach $40, that will be a rally from 28.5. So 28.5, 38.5, that's going to be almost a 13-point rally in price of crude from its low, on absolutely no change of fundamentals, nor any increase in demand due to improvement in the economies. So we shall see what happens until Thursday. As I said, everybody is now eyeing to see what Draghi will pull out of his sleeves, what kind of a rabbit will come out this time to be able to save the markets and give the market an extra shot of Viagra in the veins. This was Reza with Profiletraders. If you wish to learn this style of market profile, you can check my website. You get 5 excellent courses, 1 year to my trading room, where you will see me analyze, trade, call the trades, educate you on market profile trading for $975, 30 days money back guaranteed. Thank you for listening, and to the next time.